Hello, everyone. It's been a minute since I've been on YouTube. Yes, I do vape. And I know you get it. I know you all get it. I vape, but I'm going to keep doing it. Periodically throughout this episode of... Is this even Rob Thoughts? I don't fucking know. I haven't scripted anything. I haven't scripted the last few of those, though. But I just kind of... I think I need to get some shit out. And I'm sitting there debating. I'm like, should I be myself? Should I speak my own mind on my own channel? Yeah, I'm going to do that. I've been a while away from YouTube. For a good bit. My puppy Garrus is sick with something we don't know. So trying to figure that out. My parents have been helping a tremendous amount, taking care of him with me, helping out. Not sure what he's got. Bringing him to one of the best hospitals. They're trying to figure it out. I don't think it's anything life-threatening, but he has something going on. And he is about 3 times the amount of work of a regular puppy. Because while he knows not to pee in the house, he still likes to do it. I mean, not likes to, but can't really help it. So he's getting better, but it's tough. It's been a tough road. I don't want to get too much into that. But that's been occupying a lot of my time. And mainly, I just can't bring myself to make a fucking YouTube video. But I'm doing it. I'm finally doing it. I'm back. Going daily soon. Made that decision, which we'll get into a little bit. A lot of shit has been changing lately. And that's part of the reason why it's kind of made me not want to step back in for a bit. Not like I had much of a choice anyway. But YouTube, I think everyone fucking says this, YouTube is changing. YouTube has changed and continues to change consistently. Good or bad, oftentimes it's not great. And sometimes it's not YouTube's fault. Sometimes it's just the way shit goes. Recently, a whole bunch of brands have pulled out their money, making Google lose, what, about $1 billion in a remarkably short time. It's a whole senseless brand boycott going on right now, which, I don't know, it just doesn't make much sense to me. I think there's some agitators out there who are trying to bring down YouTube down a number of notches and a number of creators down, the new media as it is, right? And I think journalists are part of that, not solely to blame. There are plenty of people out there who've made themselves known to not like YouTube and want to definitely see its downfall. It's kind of like I want to see Facebook's downfall. You know, I can feel the passion. I really can. But their fight doesn't make any fucking sense. So basically, YouTube has been like the Wild West for a while, the cliche Wild West. You know, the Wild West wasn't actually as wild as people make it out to be, but, you know, I'm just using that as kind of an analogy here. Where brands were just throwing money at YouTube and creators were allowed to make pretty much whatever they wanted unchecked. The brand didn't get to approve if their ad was on that video. They didn't get to see the content before even. Nothing. They just had to randomly eventually find out, oh my God, our content's on this? Like, what? Come on. It's a bunch of ridiculousness. It's people making it worse than it was. Some video of a guy stabbing a stab-proof vest. This is one of the things that helped spark this whole thing. That helped. Didn't solely do it. But he's showing that a knife can go through this certain stab-proof vest, which is important information. Now, of course, automatically people assume that this guy's a fucking terrorist and he wants to kill people, and he's training ISIS. This guy is training ISIS to kill people with stab-proof vests. So they go, ISIS guys, if you see this vest on this guy, remember, you can stab him. May not look like you can, but the knife will go right through. Now, he's showing, so people are just like, oh shit, that vest is not stab-proof whatsoever. He's just showing, so people are like, oh, well, shit, that vest isn't stab-proof whatsoever. It's not. You know, it's just like, but the media makes that into a ISIS training video. So, and they go to brands and they guilt the brands by saying, oh my goodness, when are you going to stop allowing your content to fuel hatred? What the fuck are you talking about? And then they go to Google and say, when are you going to stop collecting blood money? come on. Let's get real for a second. We all know what this is about. And it sucks that the brands got pushed into this. It's one of those guilt things. It's 2017. It's the Olympics of oppression. Everyone's fighting for the top, for gold. And it's just this guilt trip that everyone's supposed to have now. You know what I mean? They're going to guilt you into doing what they need you to do. They need to guilt you into adapting their narrative to your life. And it's absolutely stunning. It really is. It's breathtaking. So basically, a number of creators, their money is down. Talking 25% or more. And many of you may think, oh, you know, what is the millionaire making $100,000 less this year? Oh, who gives a fuck? And you know, maybe that is the case for some people, but many of us run businesses. Many of us, like me, I started off doing everything myself. And then I remember I went to YouTube's, who is one of my favorite artists in the entire world. And I said, hey, would you like to do artwork for Seriously Strange? I think she jumped on like the second episode. I'm like, because I can't do reenactments. I want to do, you know, like artwork instead. I'm going to do what I can do under such a limited budget and like limited ability. I don't have a production company or any of that shit. And she was all for it, and we did great. We rocked it, and for a bit. And then I brought more artists on, and then all of a sudden I got some writers and an editor, and it was fantastic. And then editor, and I just started building a team of people. And aside from that, I help out my family, because my family, I love my family. I would do anything for my family. I am a very loyal person to my close friends and my family, so I'm going to do anything to help them, because they've helped me. I got my 1 million subscriber plaque in the mail, and I immediately gave it to my parents and had them keep it, because they deserve it, because they're the ones who helped me get there so much. So they have it. They sold it for parts, and they got money off. But no, I'm just kidding. They didn't do that. But so among all this bullshit that's going on, YouTube's losing money. They're hemorrhaging here over this brand shit. Oddly enough, Pepsi's one of the brands that pulled out, but one of their ads got put on YouTube anyway, and then the ad was so fucking stupid. It was so ridiculously dumb. Kendall Jenner handing a Pepsi to a cop, and the cop drinks it. Are you kidding me? What a stupid cop. Like, that could have been anything. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, so if you haven't seen that ad, look for it online. It's so fucking dumb. Look for the full version. It's the dumbest thing in the world. It's a whole bunch of people protesting for some nondescript cause, and Kendall Jenner is like wearing a wig, like she's trying to hide, and someone looks at her and goes, yeah, you can come out, don't worry, Kendall. And she takes off her wig and marches with them, and then she gets a Pepsi and hands it to one of the riot police, and he drinks it, and they all cheer. One of the dumbest things, just so pandering to people who have a reason to protest, just so bullshit. And they got hate for that, a lot of it, so bad that they had to take down the ad. They had to have their ad pulled offline. How does it feel to have your ads pulled away? Doesn't it feel fucking good? So anyway, that whole fucking thing ironically goes on with Pepsi. There are a number of brands still sticking with YouTubers and saying this is bullshit, which I love you guys. I love you all. I work with a few of them, and they're great. And aside from all this bullshit going on, we've got me going daily, right? So I've assembled a team of like between 15 and 18 people to make my channel go daily. I want more Seriously Strange for you all. I want more, why would you put that on the internet for you all? Which is mainly just my gig, aside from editing. That's it. You know what I mean? And I want more Rob thoughts, and I want just more content. I want to put out something every day, because the algorithm on YouTube changes like someone changes their underwear who changes their underwear pretty frequently. Yeah, it does. So daily takes quite a bit of effort on everyone's part, but I've got enough people where no one's taking on too much work, so it's not overburdening them. And just in time, right, for YouTube to practically crash. So I think I need to go daily now more than anything, but their algorithm changes where it favors different things. It's almost like you show up at your job at work, right? And your boss sits you down in their office and goes, you know, James, you've done a terrific job here. We love what you're doing. This is why you're getting paid what you're getting paid. We love what you're doing. However, today we've decided to change things up around here, and we're not going to tell you how things are different, but we're going to tell you that what you're doing now, which was great, by the way, isn't great anymore. Now, we're not going to tell you what you need to do to change it. You're going to have to figure it out on your own. And meanwhile, you'll be making less money. And by the way, once you do figure that out, we'll be changing it again. So, I mean, welcome to the company, right? The algorithm used to be where it was like favored in views. The more views you got, the better you did. And YouTube realized that that was just basically like clickbait, asking for clickbait. Like real bad. Like if you just do anything and you could abuse the system to hell, and they changed it and changed it and changed it. They got to minutes watched eventually. There was watch time, you know. So, you know, depending on how long someone watched your video. So if you clickbaited someone, they clicked on your video, realized you were screwing with them, they clicked off, you didn't get as much benefit, which is good. That's a great thing. But it was a change that we all had to kind of figure out. It wasn't just displayed for us. And now they're clearly favoring a daily upload schedule, which a lot of creators do. A lot of companies do it. You'll see like a lot of companies out there don't have really a host. They more have a voiceover and imagery to go and on the screen while you're listening. And they release like 3-4 videos a day. And it's just like mind-boggling how they do that. Even for not having a host and just doing voiceovers. It's crazy. It's a lot of work. And you know what? They found something that works for them, and it's great. But yeah, the algorithm favors daily uploads now. If you're not going daily, then you're going to start getting hurt more and more and more and more. So I threw my hands up. I said, all right, okay, YouTube. Oh, Lord, YouTube. I will go daily for you. Huh? And that's what I decided, just in time for all the brands to pull their money out. So at that point, you know, with Garrus being sick, and with the brands pulling out, with the fact that, you know, I've got this huge undertaking just around the corner, like we're going daily really soon, I'm still doing it. It was a bit mind-numbing. It was a bit mind-numbing. Mostly Garrus being sick, because that's my baby boy, and I love him. So if anything happened to him, I would be fucking devastated. So it's just been a lot of effort trying to figure out what is going on. But he has numerous tests that have been done, waiting for the results on that. So I'll share that with everyone. Usually on my Twitter, I update people. So follow me there. But man, dude, it's just fucking crazy. And then we know how YouTube's going to adjust this shit, right? YouTube's going to go in and say, all right, brands, you can come back. Listen, we'll put a tighter noose on all of the creators, and, you know, not a leash, a noose. And, we're going to make sure that, this content that your advertisements are on is, you know, acceptable for you. So what they're going to start doing, what they've already done, is they started going through and just destroying people's content, kind of. When I say algorithm change, by the way, I just want to go back to that for a second. When I say algorithm change, I mean overnight. I mean people have literally had their entire careers destroyed overnight. You could see their graphs up here, and then the night of the change, boom, like rock bottom. So it's tough, and there's no warning. It just all of a sudden happens, which is the annoying part. But they don't want people gaming the algorithm. They don't want people figuring this shit out, which I understand. But so YouTube's going around now, and they're going to be censoring more content. By censoring, I don't mean like blocking it. I mean taking away the money that you earn from it, which is just as bad, pretty much. Now creators are forced to censor themselves if they still want to make as much money. So if I go into my email here, the last things I had, your videos can't be monetized. They send you an email sometimes they just don't. Sometimes they just do it, and if you notice to appeal it, you can appeal it. But if you don't notice, it's just always that way. Unless you want to go through your, you know, thousands of videos, if you are a creator with thousands of videos every single day to check, then you're never going to know, which is great, right? But it's not a perfect system. I am not expecting a perfect system. It's like restricted mode, the thing everyone bitches about. Like 20 people use it, and it's just kids fumbling around on their parents' phone. So, I mean, I get why, you know, oh my God, we're being targeted in restricted mode. No, everyone, my channel doesn't exist in restricted mode except for like one video. And it's one of my question everything videos. And that's it. They took out my channel entirely because a lot of my content isn't safe for kids. Fair enough. And a lot of people can't come to grips with that, and they bitch about it. The LGBT community was not the only ones impacted by that. It may seem like that, but that's not the case. A lot of people, myself included, were impacted by that. I don't give a fuck, because I don't care if a kid fumbling around on his mom's phone while she's ordering a fucking latte goes to my channel or not. Like, if he accidentally presses on one of my videos, he might get a little fucked up. Little Jimmy might be kind of fucked for the next 5 years. Who the hell knows? So, okay. And the same thing goes for, oh, me and my strictly platonic friend over here are going to eat Oreos and have a makeout fest at the end of the video. Or this person's going to pee in my mouth. It's the same thing. If you make that kind of content even once, you put your whole channel at risk in restricted mode. I'm sorry, but they're fixing that system too. It's not a perfect system. I get it. I get why people are upset, kind of, sort of. But either way, it's just, I think, a new thing for people to bitch about. But I think this is really concerning. One of my videos, right? And I'm not saying just my shit's concerning. This is concerning for the entire horror community on YouTube, by the way, which are the quietest ones, it seems to be. They just kind of sit there and go, yeah, well, you know, fuck it. But I kind of I got to talk about this, because a lot of my channel is that shit. You know, I've got Most Evil Women, Seriously Strange number 18, Most Evil Women, just got blocked. It no longer making money. No longer making any money. Not blocked like you can't see it, but I'm no longer making a cent off that video anymore. And then you have People Who Live with Corpses, Seriously Strange 3. My third episode, it's people who kept dead bodies around. They see the word corpse in the metadata. They see corpse, they see evil, and they automatically are going to go and they're going to remove advertising from these videos. So it's going to be harder, not only with brands pulling out their money, but it's going to be harder now for horror people to make content that's kind of like scary, right? Or true crime. I do a shit ton of true crime stuff. That is a backbone of my channel. A lot of Seriously Strange episodes are on true crime. Then when I got Serial Killer Files, Anatomy of Murder, those are all on true crime. But now we're going to see that the names of the series put in the title itself is going to put my entire channel in jeopardy, because the word killer is in it, or because the word murder is in it. If you put death or even tragedy in a video now, in a video title, you're risking to lose monetization on that video. It's just absolutely insane to me. And their reasoning is, after reviewing your videos, we've confirmed that the content in your videos or video details aren't advertiser friendly. As a result, your videos can't be monetized. Advertiser friendly. Advertiser friendly. What does that fucking mean? Advertiser friendly. What does that even mean? I'm just so confused. Advertiser friendly content is content that is appropriate for all audiences. All audiences. That must include children. So if you have content that's not good for kids, then you're not advertiser friendly. But they go on to say it has little to no inappropriate or mature content, little to no. So there can be some inappropriate or mature content in the video stream, thumbnail, or metadata, such as in the video title. There you go. Bing, ding, 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 bing, 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 ding. If the video does contain inappropriate content, the context is usually newsworthy. So why is Philip DeFranco losing monetization on some of his videos? It's all fucking news. But news channels, him, Scares, for instance, are in jeopardy, but they report the news. It should be a safe haven for talking about what's going on. Or comedic, and the creator's intent is to inform or entertain, not to offend or shock someone. So if you're trying to shock someone, then I guess that's bad. If you're trying to inform or entertain and you make a sex joke, that's fine. It's just a really blurry line, isn't it? It's just like, what the fuck? What it sounds to me is that advertiser friendly and family friendly are both the same thing when it comes to YouTube, which is so not right. It's so fucked up. This needs to be revised. This needs to be changed, because you can turn on tons of channels on television and you can see Investigation Discovery. You got Hallmark Channel even has their own mysteries and true crime shit that they're doing now. The Hallmark Channel, the feel good, I wanna just pet that guy is now starting their own like horror and mystery segment shit. You've got tons. You've got Chiller. You've got Sci-Fi does disturbing shit sometimes. You've got the History Channel. The History Channel has tons of disturbing content from the past that they talk about brutal-ass wars and the ways people were executed. And they have advertising all over their shit. And YouTube wants to be like TV, right? They just launched YouTube TV. So what the fuck's going on, right? What the hell's going on? Why is advertiser friendly and family friendly? Why are those the same thing to YouTube? I just don't know. Like, it doesn't need to be okay for little kids. Advertisers want to advertise on true crime content. They do it on TV all the time. Turn on AMC. You had a bald teacher making fucking meth. And they had tons of money rolling in through advertisements for that show. You got The Walking Dead, where people are cannibalizing and shit. And there's even an instance where they tried to rape a kid in the show. Tons of advertisement. But when you get to YouTube, for some reason, it's baby time. It's Gerber. We're going to eat our baby food, and we're just going to watch the nice, happy thing. Story time, everyone. My head exploded one day while I was riding the subway to work. Isn't that crazy? I don't get why are you going this way? YouTube, if you want to be TV, which I get it, you know, you're evolving. That's fucking awesome. I'm excited for you. I really am. I love YouTube. I love YouTube. God, I love YouTube. I really do. But you know, when you love someone so much, sometimes you want to smack them in the back of the head because it's just for their own good. This is kind of one of those moments. I'm just kind of very tired of the bullshit. And now my videos haven't been hit widespread or anything. You know, this isn't going to stop me. This isn't going to take my channel down. It's nothing like that. But it is concerning. This is only the beginning. YouTube has to ramp up if they want the brands to come back, right? And if you can't even have the word death or kill or something like that, or you can't talk about news without their system, their imperfect system, which will remain imperfect because how many hours of content are uploaded to YouTube every millisecond, right? It's going to remain imperfect. This automated system, it's not people doing this. It's an automated system. Even when you click appeal, I doubt anyone's actually watching. I'm sure it's just the friggin' robot just decides either way. Whatever. Why is it going down this path? You've got to grow up. If you want to be TV, you got to grow up. Like, that's one problem I've had with YouTube for a long, long time. It's just like, why? Like, I get why content that appeals to everyone does better because everyone can watch it and get something out of it. But holy shit, you know how many adults are on YouTube? And if you want to be taken seriously, you gotta understand adults are out there and using your platform, right? Makes sense, right? Oh my God, it's just insanity. Guys, there are plenty of YouTubers out there suffering big time. I don't know where I stand. I haven't uploaded really since the brands pulled out. I'm going to, starting now, obviously, but I have no idea what's going to fucking happen. I don't have a fucking clue. But there are people out there, creators out there that really desperately need fucking help. Find their Patreons and shit if they have one. Find a PayPal donation if they have one of those. I don't know. Support their live streams. Share their shit on your fucking social media. I don't know. Do something to help them out. I'm not saying I'm in that position whatsoever, but it's pretty dark times we're living in. Usually I like the dark stuff, but it just seems ridiculous. Advertisers want their content, want their brands shown on things that people enjoy and can invest in. I have adults. My primary audience are legal adults. People who can buy things. People who actually buy the shit in the ads. People who have a fucking credit card. And they like true crime. I think just about everyone likes a little bit of true crime and a little bit of mystery and a little bit of fear. They like that kind of a shit. And I don't. YouTube just says, no, they don't. Advertisers don't like that. They don't want their money going there. They want their money going to, hi everyone, it's me again. You'll never guess my fingers turned into little rockets and flew and whizzed into the sky. Oh my goodness, it was insane. Story time. This is a story time for you. Once there was a guy on YouTube who created true crime content that was television quality. And YouTube had been trying to become television for quite some time, with YouTube Red and now YouTube TV. But YouTube, for some reason, continuously denied the fact that true crime existed on its platform and that certain creators were out there looking for that kind of a thing to do while fans were looking for that kind of a thing to watch. And everyone died. The end. All right. I don't fucking know anymore. I'm rambling. I don't know. Don't know if I made any fucking sense this video. Like the video if you agree. I guess subscribe. Again, support your creators, your favorite creators, because again, a lot of them aren't a one-man show. A lot of them are out there doing shit and getting dirty with a bunch of other fucking people behind them in their team, like me, you know? So, and if anyone watching who's on my team is concerned, don't fucking worry about it. We're going to power through everything just like we always have. I've been here for a little bit now. I get how this shit typically works. Ebbs and flows, peaks and valleys. That's how it goes. So, yeah, fuck it. Anyway. Fuck it.